YouTube, what's up? Got a couple notes here so I could go over the ancient Egyptian or Kemetic 11 laws of the universe, or Ma'at, or 11 laws of God, whatever you want to call them, man. So, Amen. You were made in the likeness of a peace that nothing can disturb. Reclaim your peace that you may attain to your reason for coming into existence, the enjoyment of life. So basically, you are awareness that comes through a vehicle to experience life, to enjoy it to its fullest, to experience to its fullest. The second law would be Osar, A-U-S-A-R. Your nature is an unconquerable peace. Therefore, nothing or no one in the world can be against you. That's what you have to know. All experiences come to you to promote your reclamation of peace, that you may in turn acquire wisdom and power. So, take that from what you will. Tahuti, the third law. When all of your thoughts, feelings, and actions reflect the Word of God, then the power of God's Spirit and the peace that nothing can challenge will flow through your being. Again, it comes to that knowingness that you are God and that nothing is against you and that there is no separation. And that basically we are in water and every single movement creates a ripple. So if you know you have created a house for God, your body, you take care of it, and you live righteously, and you know there's nothing against you, and nothing can stop you. Seker is the next law, S-E-K-H-E-R. When the emotions of man manifest in response to the Word of God, they have the power to influence the course of any and all events in the world. Again, watch what you think, watch what you say. You know, like they say, you speak it into existence. Just know your power. That's all I really have to say about that. Ma'at, God, or the law, basically another word for the laws of the universe. M-A-A-T. God needs you in order to come into the world. The body. The awareness needs the body to make things manifest on a dense level. So the vehicle is needed and the awareness is needed. They guide each other. It's a dance. It's one. It's the universe, the one verse. Fulfilling God's need is the highest act of love, and only through your love for God can you fulfill your love for others. Become the love of God in the world for the protection of the world. So if you live righteously and you live by the laws, again, the world and the universe, it will all protect you because you are aligned yourself with God, with the self. So, Herukuti, H-E-R-U-K-H-U-T-I. Know that God neither punishes nor rewards nor protects, that you will have the comfort of controlling these for yourself. Again, your destiny is steered by you. You pick a path and certain things, create a ripple that will, make certain things come down that path. When you pick a path, certain forks in that road are already there. Because that's the path you picked, but you picked the path, and again, then you pick the fork. You can go straight at the fork. It's up to you, but you just need to, know that it's up to you, and know that you create your reality. Heru, H-E-R-U. I was thinking about changing my name to Heru, but you have the power, but not the right to ignore God's law. Choose to follow the law of God with love and joy that grows out of understanding, and the wisdom and power of God's Spirit will flow through your being. Again, it comes down to right and wrong. You know right and wrong. And if you live wrong, it's difficult to live with the self. Or impossible. So you're just an open vessel. Het Heru. H-E-T-H-E-R-U. It is not what you imagine. It is who is imagining. Are you a human or a divine being? That's why I always say, are you a human or in a human? Are you the object or the subject? Sebek, S-E-B-E-K. It is not what you think or what you affirm. It is who is thinking and affirming. Are you a human or a divine being? Just more affirmation for that, for the last law, I guess. Auset, A-U-S-E-T. Prepare to sacrifice everything to become the vessel of God on earth, and you will in turn receive everything. Again, like I said in a past video, if you align yourself and you live with the universe and not against the tide, you have a better shot at peace any day. I don't want to give it a parameter or time or anything like that, but that's where peace resides, is alignment with the self or God. And then Geb, G-E-B, know that from heaven you came, and to heaven you will return. Seek not enduring works on earth. And if you ask me, heaven and hell, they are a state, they are a condition. So you either live in heaven or you live in hell, and you have the power to incarnate at will. Some call it astral projection or whatever. Either way, you can incarnate at will. You incarnate every morning. But either way, the point of this whole video to me, besides the 11 laws that from Kemet, and I'm cool with that, it's basically like right and wrong, and you need to live righteously. You need to align yourself with the cosmos in the right way, or a balanced way, I should say, more so than right. So really what I'm saying is exhibit free will at all costs. I know they call it free will, and I know it may have a cost, monetary, whatever. Exhibit it at all costs. There's no sense in dying every day being a coward. So free will must be exhibited, and when it is exhibited in a righteous form, the universe will protect you, and nothing can stop you. That's really about it. It's like, it's the same. It's why certain things are taken care of. If somebody's really doing wrong, like karma, the laws, again, laws that are inescapable, it might not get you in this life, it'll get you in the next one. So if you go out doing right, and you even have to sacrifice the body, it might seem bad for this life, but in that next one you will be taken care of. And then if you do it righteously and you know yourself, you will learn the lesson and bring it on into the next life. Even though it was traumatic, it can all be reversed and healed. The fact that you learn something is the biggest part. That's bigger than anything. So the knowingness, the knowledge that you can carry over, that's bigger than any opinion or any belief. So you have to exhibit free will. That's why I say I'd rather die than be a slave, because slavery is death. And I have to exhibit that free will. If I don't, then I have to die every day. And that's, it's the choice you make, anybody makes. And you can make the choice any day. You can make the choice right now to be whatever you want. Create whatever you want. Make it manifest. Use the vehicle to make it manifest. Till you can get to the point where you're just making things manifest with the mind. That's where I'm at now. And it's still learning to do. I'm not ever saying I know everything, but it's still learning to do, and things to see and experience, and that's what this whole thing is about. It's infinite, and it's a beautiful thing. It's just whatever you create. It's just that we've been duped, and a lot of us have been duped into, letting other people enforce their will upon us and not exhibiting our own free will. So you take what comes with that, but at all costs exhibit that free will, because no doubt you might get killed, but it will make everyone in that village or wherever you're at look like, what is this person being killed for? And if the bodies mount up, the bodies will mount up, and then the attention will eventually the awareness will all be shifted to that situation eventually. It can't go on forever. If enough people are taking a stand and living righteously, there's nothing they can do. Really, like, if it's a group of people that you want to enslave or do something, if they're all willing to die, then you don't have any slaves. If everyone is just willing to die, then who's going to be the slave? Or who's going to sell us up the river for themselves? And then they have to die every day. And then they have to drink, smoke, do whatever they do to push the self away from the body, because the self can't reside there because they're not living righteously. It's just not, it can't even house the self. God that vehicle can't even house it. It's like if I wanted to get in a Mini Cooper or something, it just can't house me. It's kind of like what that's like. So, That's really about it. I really just stress that a lot to people. People ask me how I do what I do. You just exhibit free will, and the universe will take care of you. And you have to know that. You have to create that energy. It really comes down to creating energy, getting in the flow of certain energy, and you see things before they come. You can read their minds, and sometimes the end of the story might not be as favorable for you, but you could always change it. But if it's the inevitable and it helps the greater good of us all, sometimes you might have to take that so-called L. And when it comes down to being a God person, it's not about happiness is inner peace. So love is in you. I'm not in love, so nothing can shake that peace. Whether I'm a billionaire tomorrow or I lose it all today, nothing should be able to shake that. And knowing that I can make anything manifest if I exhibit the will. That's what it comes down to. That's why I live in off of miracles. That's what people call miracles and magic. If I, when I write this book, when people really get to see it, when I read this book, they're gonna be like, wow, this is a lot of the things in your life are miracles. Like, no, it's not magic. It's just being aligned with the righteous point. You're just basically being aligned with the energies, with Ra, with the aura, being aligned with that. And as far as awareness goes and the consciousness, being aligned with that in a righteous way as well. And everything will fall into place. Really. I didn't even need any of this explanation. I knew this from a young age. I didn't need to give it words. Just call it energies or whatever you wanted to call it, but it was just known. The words always fall short. They always will fall short. Because you already know it. You're trying to put something that you already know into words. So that's how I feel about words. That's why I feel a certain way about books. But not saying that you can't get things from books. I'm just saying that words can be manipulated and they always fall short. And that you should listen to the self, because that's God and that knows everything. So, and exhibit the will of God. Be the vessel of God.